Yeah. Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things, you've Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. Who am I thinking now?
Ye fema ye wo London. Ya ji abasobodie bebre. Ni ya redare ewo mransemu. Eye legal services, BTC family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWF die, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nyeden kra. Yen partner penimpa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF Solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care, eye abofrahwe mu, awaregya ye ho twema mentwe. Ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a, ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care any family team no nimnia wo famu ewe ne ye wo brei mu. Enu ntin ye to ye mboase ma wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner Ayobia Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu na osanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje ewo family any matrimonial cases ho a unni haw kra. Wope advice ewo immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF Solicitors die ye immigration team no abredare ewo general immigration ho nsemsem kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho totoye, any entry clearance visas, family visas, ni appeals. Yen senior partner eye member na wasagina tum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se ye taiwachi a wunni haw kra. Ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada anopa nonkron pe mu ekosi enumre nonsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 pm. Ena memene danso eye appointment nkoa free anopa nondu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 pm. Yewo 4th floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 Seven Sisters Underground nso a eye kwantie bi. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasan gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law ho. Wa advise local authorities, official solicitors office ni solicitors bebre efa Ghanaian law ho yi na osan yo bi a otai kasa ewo radio any TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP. Just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground.
Your preferred community lawyers. Your preferred community lawyers. Anapai mamema wo achi. Na mema wo akwaba emra Rainbow Radio akasafidi so. Your friend Prophet Stanley Ose ene se utie in some way free Ghana bra wona utimi se emu do emu kron na anopa yinso de ma yenso yemfa bi free landing ha emfa merɛw sane ya woda bia yeta eye no nti misraw se watie si Rainbow Radio Facebook no so a enema miensa ene ebesere afiri ho. Number 1 me pa chew obe share. Number 2 no like it. Number 3 no comment it. Na eno nso free wa obetimi de wense mu bisa ni bi afa your comment section no so na odi apa na me de ama lawyer Richard no akenkan e de ama wo afi channel nso na kai hu ni se Rainbow Radio DAB no itimo so ukowura Manchester dia DAB plus na chese eno ano no ne ka ne magusa se unless ya wait me aka chere se onfa enti Rainbow Radio ma na odi ato Rainbow Radio na oni no edi nkomo din ye ebe twafifie mu ha bia no onso onsa beka na pepepe anase continue in na hwehwe ye Rainbow Radio International na chere se iya no anopai mamenkoma lawyer Richard Akwaba from BWF Solicitors na yembisa na nia etwagu na watwin ni emfa emre atiefo lawyer me osiri say dia na wabodi se no white no na kire se mu abibi na kire se ne lawyer won se mpa de maye lawyer mpa cho me ma wachi
Prophet me pacho meje so na ohun se
Richard me ma wachi o
Prophet me pacho meje so na ohun se
nyame adom me ho ye papa.
Very good. Now Prophet I na utimi eba in terms say na minim say more London ne de train strikes and into road driver crime so roads ni nyina chock-a-block but you've managed to come so early. Thank you very much, Prophet.
And that you be fifie ntempa.
Yeah, that's it. Your Prophet nti we de memfa akwanya na memma etiefo so a very very good morning. Said bibia ya na ye no nyame ayadom na Thursday morning yasan abedi ahyemu ide na chese ye ne grace nti yeda na se ye mamu nyina a very very good morning from BWF Solicitors. Yeda masen so say abibia no mutini ni na mu ne ebedi nkomo na ema ade no program na eye kama nti very very good morning to everyone. Prophet I said ye no ye be share few updates ya ewo honom na afa ye de ene topic no so ato so say ene topic no heads up no enyina ene se ye nyina enim se oba krom ha say na wotena ha no mo check kakra utimi ye application na ye ma asetena ya na ye friend private life under human rights ene ye be hwe no in a different dimension as in se wabaha na time na omode atoso se was utimi tena ha sana ya ma wasetena no ye 20 years so we over 18 years na watcham 25 years ya na bribia no emra na say enka utimi show say watena hanom for 20 years whether legal or illegal utimi ye application under the immigration rules 276 AD na ye ma wasetena but ye be hwe say na wo so a watena hanom
less than 20 years na bibi wo abrabom enti untimi call back your country of birth and as baby a wo free no wo den na obetimi aye eno na ebedi ho komo anopa enti very very important because enye obia no otimi tena 20 years but okaso nkono krom so anya de so obetimi akọ eno ye behwe but answer na ye beko eno so no prophet yen starting with the updates na maboso no. Number one, Mr. Prophet, you are aware of this Zambrano thing going on. It's a hot topic. Last time, my brother Patrick Becheche was a full topic. Find a quick update na want me and so na who the echo with the Zambrano no. America Caribbean Echemono, say yen nua baabi Nigerian lady or the Home Office for courts akensenya na ne asem nyina ne say or 2.5 years leave to remain under the immigration rules. Ne ba a British citizen. Ne ba no why British citizen for more than 5 years. Before no kra no was Zambrano no so and ahochenti because there soon to mean benefits so was Zambrano no so ne nsem and also switch call immigration rules in a man of 2.5 years leave to remain. But appendix EU by Home Office forecast Zambrano phones with me application under EU SS no and I say okay. Now I'm running say appendix EU access and appendix EU S na to the immigration rules na. So what abofra or a British citizen for more than 5 years you have Zambrano rights and therefore you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. So that is what the law says. Inti ofasa a na odi application for indefinite leave to remain. Yenim story no Home Office for refugee or the court and I could do court of appeal. And what in the case in the court ne can say we obi parent na wonkwan na wo hwa abofra ne yakasa abofra ne nko yakasa wo ko ukroma abofra no will be forced to follow you then you have Zambrano rights. Yenim say your old regulation 2016 no and your regulation 16 no na the rules around Zambrano. What in the case in the Home Office forecast said well initially no more appealing no more lusuye. Home Office forecast say ma court no more time kakra na omo fan revise omo guidance notes. Now NLT for ade kakra be person ye so how Home Office for is see consider cases emra omo yusu. Number one, your statutes and your legislations. And it's also UK no, and I'm say you codified constitution no na we make the law as we go on no. Mostly yana omo rely on case laws because case laws and so emra bo krumha nema ye ho ba nti say your statutes and legislations and your case laws. But Home Office for so guidance notes. Guidance notes and so nidino etino guidance it guides them to make decisions when you submit an application. And omo guidance notes no omo can say court no I make a decision say obia or ye Zambrano carer that is what show our British citizen whether 5 years or more than 5 years it doesn't matter. So that was the main point. So the second point of that decision was whether it matters that so 2.5 years leave to remain so say ukoye Zambrano application ne yakase yemfa ma enti ko ukroma unko ukrom because you have leave to remain. That was the whole idea. And according to emfa ho say 2.5 years leave to remain because indefinite leave is a better leave to remain than the limited one. Enti yemfa ma Home Office for revise or more guidance notes Prophet said we are aware no mobile last week almost say yes. This is how they have implemented the court's decision. Home Office for omon can say we application so wa shoba 5 years now paying definitely omon for almost say omo leave to remain already under the immigration rules. So we appendix FM applications on Gen 3.2 na ya amount 2.5 years leave to remain no. So ukoye Zambrano application for indefinite na omo mfa because who will leave to remain already, and therefore there is no need that you need another leave. But that is the whole point that Madam Akinsenya took Home Office to court. In the next Osha, Omo I implemented decision in a way Omo yi the person can happen upon a free. Now, Obebusa say, so what would happen now? Inti sebia may obi a may application case the buy any inti made the application kotumu. What would happen now? What would happen is that my application bebre ama what I would say is that a court's decision is an order that has to be followed. And it said Home Office for a revise or more guidance note. Let's remember, I started by saying that Home Office for issue legislation and a statutes and a case laws and a guidance note sorry, to make decisions on applications or more consider. Enti se omo guidance notes no wo hwema idea book bi omo create on all the routes in the guide omo make a decision. And no nye the law but case law there law. Enti se me pacho so we application under Zambrano so wa hwe abofra or ye British citizen more than 5 years. We meet all the requirements na ade ba ko pe aka enko ne se we leave to remain na you can go ahead and make the application. Say Home Office for refuses our application now. Then we use the law because you would have right to appeal against that decision. May encourage you and say, Obia or what's our situation in Sawashe abofra more than 5 years. Now we are entitled to qualify only exempt person. Abibia and can say. Papa and British citizens in the workroom, you may be an exempt person. That means that you will not qualify under Zambrano because you can't fear other parents or honum. A woman say only life in there, but once a workroom and you will be an exempt person. More exempt persons, So now wait my application. So what the court now Home Office for a refuse no more say because of so will leave to remain in Omumfa asetena no emawa me pacho ubenya right of appeal just appeal against the decision because oko court oko first straight tribunal hono
lawyer me pacho my team wa hakakra.
Yes, Prophet.
I say yesua ade na sania obi beti no ate ase yi na won ka say lawyer abeka say o sisi die say 2.5 years in so Home Office emfa we no emma no me pese o liability ono kakra say do Home Office edi guidelines ayi aba but say 2.5 years in so still wait me the application akoto
me pacho
because no na akisenya ejina so de court na say court enya ebu asemu na e wo say Home Office den ediso
that's right.
And this Home Office ka say 2.5 years no enti yemfa nia ohwehwe no emmawa wo so akwanja say odi ombeko court na kire say omonko yi anu ni enti a court aka say omonfa maye na omo ebuso ana yesa.
Prophet, thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
And the can say, as you said, that was the main pointer. A court.
Yeah.
Home Office for now, babak. They are adamant. Almost say, nim reason to leave to remain. Not so now. Or say, sorry, application upper indefinite leave to remain because Zambrano principle in say. Say I'm fast then you will be forced to go back to your country. But if you have 2.5, you won't be forced to go back to your country. So say I didn't think was but that is the whole point that the court decided. Into your position on this, say we your application regardless of
lawyer Gina Homami Mesama wabisi ho se nia yedi ko akotumu eno no e wosoro 2.5 years.
Exactly, because
and was 2.5 years.
Of course, Prophet, 2.5 years leave to remain It's limited leave to remain.
Okay. All right.
So you are still limited in the things that you can do because you've been given 2.5 years leave, which means that you have to renew at some point. Now, indefinite leave, as the meaning in the word indefinite, means that there is no end to your leave to be in the UK.
That's right.
There are a lot of benefits attached to having indefinite leave to remain because you can go out for, long time, for about 2 years, leave will be intact. You can buy a house if you have indefinite leave to remain. You can go to university. Now when all the grants and maintenance, But Professor, 2.5 unya sa enema we nyina. And I him say, so 2.5 na enye automatically say ubenya even benefit. You have to apply also for that restriction to be removed. And so be catched or say, 2.5. So it's okay. That is not okay. And na mami kokot. Inti prophet, your position is say, still no, you can submit your application based on the law, not Home Office guidance notes. Machiremu say, your legislation and statutes, and your case laws. Case law, wako court, na judge, and make a decision. Depending on the rank of the court, normally, say tribunal, normally your president from upper tribunal, your high court decisions, your court of appeal, and your Supreme Court. We munina my president na beki kaboma ama UK law no. Inti say UK courts say 2.5, it doesn't matter. You can still apply. Prophet, that is what that it says. It is a way application and say Home Office for refusal. Me pacho, don't worry. Yanko court because as some are making some obekaya not regulation 2016 regulation wo home pono. Now Home Office for refuse Zambrano application can say who about your British now your application. First of all, just go on the immigration rules in the application. No memma Zambrano nase. That was even for the 5 years people. It is our application no more refuse. Say adentina one quiet application no under the immigration rules. Miduya be maybe 8 year me. Or obi or he understands the law. Or about British. Or catch them say, Rich, minimum say application no Home Office for that is about 3 years ago. Say application under the Zambrana, ombe refuse, ombeka se menkoye no under the immigration rules near me 2.5. But I don't have the money to do that, and I may few even so they will not give it to me. So what I want you to do the application under the Zambrano. When they refuse, I will go to court. Yes, the application ekoi, omo refuse. Ye court warring on 5 years. Say I can't 1 year now or be calling indefinite leave. Now the good thing about omo more Zambrano already no so say. Mono de mo 5 years no so na mo call indefinite na there's no problem. As some ye can ye honor or immigration rules na say. 2.5. Now opposite or back to the Zambrano for the indefinite na acquire issue no. But you say go ahead and submit your application. There is no fee to that application. That is the good thing. So we for free. And now yes our application is so 2.5 no that's all and cancel it. You still have that. So you can continue to work, you can do whatever you're doing whilst you have the Zambrano application also pending. Now, na abibiano etifo person who say na se mi 2.5 no bewu na se Zambrano no edema me den minjai na me rely on me pacha ehonom na ye ma warning say any other time make sure that you have leave to remain. The Zambrano should always run at the background. Although say we are encouraging you to do the application, no, yem pese ohu betro because a juma muni san crofone omu hadrin say okase why your application under Zambrano, although say a certificate of application that you can continue to work and all that, some of them may prove difficult. Me patrol all the time. Make sure that your 2.5 is valid. It hadn't expired. Not why you Zambrano and air running on the side. With that, pressure be a new so. Great. And your court challenge. Whatever will happen, will be best. So I think it's a risk worth taking. So that is for the Zambrano Prophet. Now you move on. Young policy on fee waivers for entry clearance applications. Now court, as I say, Home Office for guidance notes. Now, Prophet, listen this so. Another guidance note from the Home Office. Now they can say So we application from outside of the UK under human rights. Abba Krum has said, "Untimi fee waiver application." There were few instances now betimi fee waiver when the application is coming from outside. Very limited. But they say no, the court in Abua said Home Office for say obi ye application from outside of the UK to come here. And the human rights in say be oh your application about joining oba and I say oba about joining or partner. Say onisika or the bit to your fees and said the UK ha inside na is the same test affordability. If the person cannot afford to say Home Office for are accepted, they have conceded that say untimi nyasika na obetimi aye fee waiver application. Now oma waive am wetimi aye application because the reason behind this case is the fact that so many parents or partners are outside of the UK. And I'm so omu needs sika because Prophet, so we entry clearance application from Ghana to come here to join your partner. Yesterday, application a year for your Jamaican friend Bioko. The application fee is at stands almost £3,800. That is inclusive of the IHS. So you can see that almost 4,000 to pay for an application to come here. About 2.5. That is a lot of money. So when you say can I just say ukunu na we ana papa ana o mama ntimi mba UK. That is very very unfair and then a kind of curtail family life. Enti court ne say there be say utimi prove say untimi afford. Now I have a case me you know say me nua bai so say otie me. You make his announcement last week. Obia ebia o partner ewo Ghana. So with this one that I'm doing, or Matu British citizen. No year Juma come up, but I'm saying or no kwan e wo kroma say no. Na onya child care because or a British citizen, but cranny and kitwa, and so she has to stop work and care for them. Or no kwan Bema no Ghana and there was a application no maneba. Number one, Mami no won't meet even the financial requirement 18,600 because of say on ye Juma say. Because say we don't pay 2 hours being na intimi fanye bibi. Now, in case BFN Lebanon, say so we application gen 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. So we application na untimi meet financial requirement na ubetimi awave na ya consider human right because of papa ne ba obehwe ne ma British citizen ne ne British citizen no obetimi ba. So we overcame that hurdle. Now Sikana or the immigration fees in no was a problem because there's no way she can raise it. But we didn't have any option to do the application. But this is a good into who was situation mobile application Home Office for at the moment, although they have conceded that mobile allow fee waivers from outside, Omun said that how to do it. So you just do the fee waiver applications, as we do it now, almost consider. So they will consider all fee waivers where the applicant is applying from outside of the UK, which is a very, very good thing. So the test will be an affordability test. So what me show say, what provided with 6 months bank statement, 6 months pay slip that you cannot afford to pay. Now we'll apply from outside. Same as they consider fee waivers inside the UK, same as they would do so with applications coming from outside. Moma enunsi akwan yebetima those applications Prophet number 3 EU SS ne leave to remain cars ne BRPs omo issue na omo aye no 31st of December 2024. I'm not sure why because anytime applications ya nyina be successful na omo issue card 31st December 2024. Me friend me client Mr. Adai, our application now is successful. Until me pacho o card number. If you want me try the picture, na send you amount. Now my friend lawyer na so mama me 5 years, but me card no dey a 2 years because e be 2024. Me pacho ya can't say mo is moment so na yeah spread it na sa anxiousness na enko form. Deliberate Home Office for say. After 1st of January 2025, omo issue sa biometric cards no ebiem. Ni nyina digital. Nti so obehwa my next update no be proving your right to remain in the UK. Bibia be online. All that you would do henceforth from the 1st of January 2025, and they say card ni nyina enye adwuma biem. They say even your card already crumpa, it will not be working because Bibia be digital. Until you go online, now I could prove your right to be in the UK. Whether you are renting, is for work, whatever it is, there is a category or be clicking. Now what's my prove? Until so sure. Almost started to say cry. Uye bibia oko page ma de oye bia no almost say ye pe share code. Share code ni nyina ne say whether you have 2.5, whether you have indefinite, whether you have EUSS leave to remain, you have to give the employer, the bank, the landlord, whatever a share code to confirm your status in the UK. And because of that, unya card that it go beyond 31st December 2024. Mommy and son so say, and yes, be a mistake. Omona oma katinesa. Enti si amount 5 years leave to remain under EUSS. Now a card na ye issue near 2 years and just say the amount 2 years. You still have the 5 years. It's just because omo kati that length of time obit me crack card and intina echo year nisa. So that is the number 3. Your court number 4 no, and then I made the kind of boss and say proving your status no. More immigration rules na sinin no. More can be you have to prove your right to be in the UK by doing those checks on the internet. So you go to prove my immigration status. Whoever is asking for the status no, whether we're a landlord and a juma, oh yeah, a bema code no. Say landlord say a danya. We say na kwa house and our property say a juma so na kwa work.
Koso 1 minute koso.
So to so sure not to say o card na expire no any mistake me patch mo mention so that you don't be anxious for no reason. Okay. The last one me dey be ma for update me patch delays na say yanka delays ni ho asema say na yamba ha because ongoing. As long as it remains ongoing, we have to address it. Me patch delays na that's so cost. Although say a bit of movement kakra. More applications, I over 6 months in encouragement in the say. Yeah, who they say MPs no crano, they have become ineffective because almost so omokwa home office phone can be what I've seen with how to challenge the delays is a complaint, a year juma. A year juma in a sense so pre-action protocols, so the media can last 2 weeks na me ba hano. Me can say Home Office for case law or more rely on. So even 2 years delay is not unreasonable. 2 years delay is not unreasonable. But complaint to their complaint units, is effective because it's data. They don't want to have that much complaints against them. And you no more. And no 28 days, 21 days. Response. Normally, they will come with a default response, which is very, very not tailored to your, personal circumstances. But at least, they will let you know. For example, if they requested for a document and said, well, your application has delayed because we requested for, the caseworker has told us, or requested for documents being whatever. So then you will be rest assured that your application has been delayed because of the X or Y or Z. But se BBA is just a normal delay. BBA is intact. Then say BBA have application so they will get back to you. Tuesday, I got 4 or 5 decisions. Now I did 9 months. Internet all share until because the movement so they are now coming. I think Ukraine refugee consideration case workers kakra. So fingers crossed, hopefully they will come back to normality very, very soon. Mama yanke come say delays but it looks as if kakra. So that is a good thing. But the challenge in it say a lawyer na said that people can uye complaint na nkosi bibia now your pre-action protocol na say be different be wo said the member one scenario last 2 weeks about my client is a very, very unique case whereby, she has paid for priority service, and then as we speak, still, no, they haven't made a decision. Those are the cases that you can really challenge Home Office on. But the normal delays now, I have over 1 year, no, still it will be very, very hard for any court to make a judgment against Home Office for unreasonable delay. But CBB will hope put here and money yet very unique, like the one I've just mentioned. That one you can really take action against Home Office. So that is for the delay. So Prophet, yama 1 minute enough, yama the main topic, So thank you.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground.
Yo, amo anapai yasama akwa babiem. Aha, Rainbow Radio International. Yene lawyer Richard from BWF Solicitors. Ene anapai yene nanya nkomo twetwe. Ene obobo nsemu ni biso e de akyere ye update ni nyina wa bia ba pepepepepe. Na asemba kwa oka ya me de na to mitrim na me di tuufo na me di ahye won kura ni se Emma bibi embo wo Home Office ati senya program no eguso edaso live enam do don sen kwan enti wudi so wo 2.5 years no kura safakotum lawyer say safakotum ana lawyer meboa
Better Prophet, yes sir.
Lawyer say safakotum na se wo de ko na Home Office bo mo humusu say ade ne yemba mawa ene o mehu say BWF Solicitors ene wo dia say lawyer and the new newsletters in the brain.
Thank you very much, Prophet, once again. Bepacho said it for yena ye aware no. Say yenim say oba kroma say now tina hanom for longer. Say a staircasing. So yen started from say yawo UK. So yawo no na parents omo obi ani asetena. Nti yawo no we Ghana ni say o parents ye Ghana ni. Ye mame a when the baby call Margaret Thatcher, those the 80s, and we use our privilege in free onanka before the introduction, the commencement of the Nationality Act 1981, no nanka yawo abofra ewo krom ha at said America for ne no yawo once a yawo on by birth no nanka wo ye British citizen, and we free on said that you will not be British citizen because of birth. Name you have to derive it. Now, say ya wo krom ha now parents in near sitna. So what meet na continues for the first 7 years of your life na. Immigration rules 276 ADE paragraph no say. Obetima application na amount 2.5 years leave to remain. So ya wo krom ha say na wa hanum for 7 years. Ultimate application na amount 2.5 years leave to remain. Say oye Obia yedo ba UK nti ebia na we below 18 years, so you are a child. and our parents ebe far free Ghana edoba ebia na you came on a visitor's visa. So which meet na krom hanom 7 years because of so ya abofra no ya nwo ha de but enam so ye below 18 no na watena ha for 7 years no so no now also utimi ebe qualifying child ma utimi application na ye ma 2.5 years leave to remain. The third category ni ye obi a oye 18 years above up to 25. Sankrofo no say ye do ba krom as a child na watena hanom half of your age also so utimi application na ya ma 2.5 years leave to remain. And the fourth one ye ona ye mpenifo a omo over 25 years. Mono de na emrane say just a watena hanom for 20 years. Yenim say some time ago this was 10 years and eba 14 years 2012 no and eba 20 years. The idea is immigration rules, you know, this is a recognition of some sort of amnesty to people who are here illegally. Nti yese bra abonten fa ho bechire na ye ma wasetena because also wetimatena hanom for 20 years no na wonni criminal record bia no ye ma amnesty. And nti na so hwa UK no omonta anye amnesty because omo argument ni say they have put that amnesty provisions in their immigration rules, which recognizes that sewabahana for a long time, then you can make an application no mama wasitna. Yes, you do boni nyina actual. Now, sir, idea makenya na your private life. So human rights no law na ankasa no UK for omodia 1998 Human Rights Act. Yenye free HCHR na European Convention on Human Rights no. So sure your private life and your family life. Inti nkoma yedina no pe nyina the private life limb of the human rights no. Obi be say na family life no ne den family life no ye say o ye application agina ukunu weyere oba o maame so family so eno na family life no. But obi a oni yere eba ekuna obeye application no based on him or her no. The wo ne private life. Private life no encompasses a lot of factors. Say home office for a consideration assessment. Omo use a scale, and yes, omo kofa scale abiso, but you know imaginary scale. So they will put the length of time you've been in the UK on one scale, your integration, your involvement, your activities. And we no kromhen we voluntary work. Wa hanom for a long time. We need criminal record. Sane many nyina mo de begu one scale. So Home Office for immigration rule policy ni nyina so the parents rules of the immigration rules na 1971 act na. Ese wo hwe omo rule no section 10 no. Ese se wo kroma na oni asetena the public interest is that you should be removed from the UK. So the public interest on the other side, you know, will be put on the other scale. Which one weighs, you know, wins. So, for example, you had the length of time and you had the UK social policy on immigration that's so when you are sitting also you do chrome so I say dear be way, you know. How do they do this assessment? RASGA test, a case law be I set up 5 requirements. I was set Home Office for follow. So we age, we integration, and we boa chroma say kasa ko chroma DNA happen wo baby a yese kono ye hwe ni nyina na se a favor Home Officer then they will refuse your application. Sir, private life we no and Home Office will review their policy guidance on it, which is somehow better than the previous one. It is sure yesterday year we say no there was a review of the immigration rules. Ayana policy change. So immigration policy review change. Omo can say credit so we abofra ye wo kroma say na wadi 7 years na why application no wa wo hanom when you 2.5 5 years legal residence enka obeto so aye renewals no 10 years no you don't have to do that anymore under the new private life appendix private life no started 20th of June into so sha enu na yedi san komoyi. So that private life route, you say, oye abofra ya wo ha anase do ba ha say na 2.5 and so for 2 times, that is 5 years lawful residence, you would not have to renew your leave again. What that you have to do is that when you put in the application, you ask Home Office to give you indefinite leave. They would consider, so we call that an early indefinite leave concession. Almost decided way by before, but now it was only a concession, but now they've enshrined this into the rules, which makes it compelling for Home Office to grant you indefinite leave to remain if we are above when you're 2.5, 5 years. So Obibusa said, now, sa application we may say, Nansana me name your baby, ye nema edie, omo eba krom hanum no mo yamofra. 2.5. Inti na or instructed say ye renew mano. I reminded her that we will renew the application as normal because Home Office foresee omo guidance note and say you don't have to complete indefinite leave application on this one. It's so sure. Let's just say, so we qualify for fee waiver corner. You will do the fee waiver, get your code to do the application, but so we completed the normal form, no FLRFP form, no for private life, no ama emofrana. There is a box that says you can put in any additional information. Make your request there to say that is if you are doing it. Say lawyers near cover letters, near explaining the whole case, in a separate document. But so one we are. Oko additional page hona na watchro honum say me mano omo awo krom hanom for some time. Whilst here they made an application and then they've been granted 2.5 twice. Therefore they have had 5 years lawful residence. Because of that, this application here wo ye na a renewal under the normal circumstances. You are asking the Home Office to consider them for indefinite leave to remain because, as we've said, that is what their policy is saying. Now, Prophet Ubebu Sam say, na say me start programming, me can say Home Office for no or more policy guidance and I the law. So now, why are you saying because of so many or more guidance notes you can ask for that because they haven't put it in any law? Well, it is in the law because the appendix private life is immigration rules, but Omaka let's say favorable, we rely on it. Say favorable, we won't rely on it. We will go back to the law. So we pick and choose. The boy no near you so. Oman say, yebema indefinite. So to me show say what lawful resident 5 years. So we abofra. We will do that. Abofra no the no ye. Now omo de about 24. So we are over 18. Na say when you 2.5, 5 years. Na say we are still under 24 years. Also to me ye indefinite leave application be. Mayebi ama enipa bebre since even law non started 20th of June. The reason is that we knew that there was a concession to start with. Immigration minister no ede ebabo and said a concession to me application. So we use the concession now. It's in the rules, which is even more codified. Into me pacho ye mama mo ye papa mo mano my renewal of 2.5 on another private life. Whatever route they are on, whether because of say omunia back or British citizenship and I am now 2.5 no. So we renew and catch a Home Office for say man indefinite leave to remain. Now you have to give reasons why because they will still use the unreasonable test to check these things. And to Ubeka say, so those who are over 18, or university profits, or 2.5 in Ubeka say mano. Student finance. So you can use that as an example or reason why you are asking Home Office to consider them for indefinite leave. So or you're below 18, don't worry. All that you are saying is that it will not be reasonable for Abafrano to go, of course, back to baby at free. And to omunfa asitana man name omode manono also man indefinite leave to remain. That is brilliant. Now, Yembra and Penifono 25 for no over no so. Medical say under the 276 ADE of the immigration rules, I was watching Hanum for 20 years. You have to evidence that. So it should be 20 years today that you put in the application. There are 3 requirements you have to meet in order for that application to succeed. Number 1, that you put in a valid application. Number 2, that you don't have a criminal record. Number 3, that you have lived in the UK continuously for 20 years. Now this has to be demonstrated. And it's a prophet so sure. What demonstrating it is to show say war entry or passport I would buy minimum say backroom near the passport go Ghana and me patcho. Kofa bra back. So a copy of baby a stamp we can use that to actually evidence your entry. Entry no yeah very very crucial because that is where the Home Office can start the point that you entered. So if we are counting 20 years, there should be a reference point. The reference point is your entry into the UK, which will be the stamp on the visa page that you traveled on with your Ghanaian passport. And to the no ba a boy pa. Now I'm going to emphasize on this. We've done application for your uncle B. The only thing that he provided was the entry in his passport. Obre muna no within 6 months, Prophet Anna or Jini Nuya being krata or the ejuma. So Kroma Wawono or when the passport na a yeni din rich no. Anna or the Nuya so dear a Prophet Stanley a year juma. Sa bepim samri. But what di Kroma 21 years. So by no na say a idea a then say a bit me. So what I said is okay. We're gonna make reference to Home Office that we told Home Office. So you are the gatekeeper. Now Home Office Prophet so free man now oba. Omo check you. They have your record that so we made submission to the Home Office that your client wa for 21 years. The evidence that just have for 21 years in here, that is the passport. Yet the letters, me manage the letters because ni be also to show that he has been here for that length of time to qualify. So we know American more entry, no money evidence, there is still hope there because I am successful as we speak. Now what you do is we got letters from people, organizations to say, so Church of England or no Oba no sorry for her 7 years in the beginning now Oba so called letter say more data say now we member of the church. So the church wrote a letter to confirm that Oba Kroma no more year sorry for the first 7 years. That is a cutting point. But that is an objective evidence because Church of England will not confirm, or any other church, not just them, any other church I recognize, will not just do that confirmation for nothing because anywhere omonka. So we got that letter. Yeah, the letters from friends, family. Now we make up friends and family. These evidence can be seen by Home Office as self-indulgence evidence. That is evidence that any objective, but it will help because you don't have anything. Yeah, the letters free and for and you now can say, we got a letter from a dentist or nyet Ghanaian or Asian or can say, Papa no wahunu wo because when waba as a patient most of the time wa treating for the past 14 years. Now this man is a dentist onye papa no kromuni we issue ne practice no letterhead actual letter come explaining the time our meeting no the fact say onim no personally say oni ni din komo all these were on what letters from even some time and or you see Jim kakra for some time. Jim is so the so everything. It was successful. Why? Because although say need tenancy agreement or that we explained that because of an immigration status and there was no way he could have actually evidenced his residence through those things. And that is why I rely on. And you can see that so because evidence in the we lawyers, we prefer the evidence, of course. It makes our job easier, but it's not there. That is not the end of the process. You can still see a lawyer. We will look into your matter, and maybe there will be other things that you bit media replacing what the Home Office actually is looking for to make a successful application. So that is one. Yewo obi nso ye man na successful. Oba hana odinidin remu na odi obidin eye adwuma. Edin odi ye adwuma no woje in a way that or in the picture adwuma card no so ID card no so security what they call is how mo practice ni bibia. Prophet your application Home Office worker say they need evidence to actually confirm the residence Kroma say. But Omahu say we register GP with this name. And to say it means evidence from the GP to confirm that a no moment now we used to say all these time up to date, sir. It was a hard one because case law say even so will be the Juma crown, I'll bet me this evidence, evidence of residence. Although I'm not comfortable with that because sometimes I worry that maybe they will go to the employer and ask them, well, you employed an illegal person. But this time around, we got the GP letter in a different name, but for this person. Home Office will grant it. That is amazing, because now they are understanding the law that, okay, so there has been a decision that says that so obedient ye baby na otimi show say they will consider that as evidence in favor of the applicant. That is great. Where the normal procedure na wo SAR 276 AD as now, Prophet, now obebu say, what about obin so awabaha or over 25 years? Now, wawahanum for less than 20 years. That is the main issue for today. So you have been here for less than 20 years. When we say wawahanum for less than 20 years, we mean it can be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, up to. So it is less than 20 years. How can you put in application under the private life to succeed? There is a way out there, Prophet, there is. So I normally, discuss a topic when something has happened, at the background. So you know, maybe about me honum and okay, say wawa hanum for 17 years. Now, Prophet, ne time na wawa hanin na oba kruma no or the student visa na ebai. Na 2 years. If you remember, Prophet, those days na omuma sa concession Tony Blair the adewe by say. So Ghana university those days your mount 2 years, 1 year to work and 1 year as a visitor. So the amount 2 years now that about how to me age man. So what they are not buy 2 years in what cinema and no worry obi our British citizen. But when application and on the basis of a partner, no, that's only 2.5 now. And then the marriage collapsed along the way. So he became illegal. Now, what's not krum hanuma sa mamena wadena worry and no stepchildren. Of almost or biological children of almost and stepchildren. Or no more that's what relationship up to date. Now this person has put in so many applications, because or a pocket lawyer, So yeah, I know the application at home say yeah man asitna because Kogana unim de obey. Now one thing I left out is oba na we student and actually na ochre enkrabia de ewo efie na secondary school no recognizing as a home teacher until ocho because no one know a teacher and oba say now 17 years me catch and say won't meet the requirement because the law is specific. It says that you should demonstrate that you have been here 20 years. Now Prophet say 17 years, so you don't meet the requirement. Or catch them and say right. Now, lawyer, let's put it in. The reason why we should put in this application is that, and I'm saying my application I call more refusement in the Home Office for 7 IS 96. What that means is that where a person liable to be removed into the neighbor court if he, man 3 months. We are not sankophobia taxi will say the Ben Albert call and yes I have foul. So that created a bit of uncertainty in his life. So he wanted a protection. Now my advice was that. So the only reason why we will be doing this application is say we are aware say you don't meet the requirement, but we're gonna put your private life all up. We're gonna staircase them and see whether it would weigh the interests of UK to remove an illegal resident in the UK. So what says we will do it. Now, Prophet Yediko, but we did a good job. So we set up his case very, very well in a way that contribution. What I saw Mofrana dear. Prophet, I'm a fra for now or no from primary or secondary school, BOCs from Omunina short letters. How they love this man and how he has impacted knowledge on them and how they don't know what to do without him being around. And then Emmanuel, and cry or show my dear voluntarily. Omunina short letter, omu parents and so short letters supporting. Now, the ex-wife now on a jaya extra statement to support say on a jay, but on only man papa no play role in their life. On she cannot imagine him not being in the country and what will happen. Now there is a sticking point. Today's discussion is about you showing say yakase ko ukromu Ghana baka. The integration will be very, very hard, difficult. Home Office for Ugandans knows that my new private life rules now made it to as a topic, and there's a reason for that. Revise private life rules, and almost say they will look at people are Omawa Hanum for less than 20 years. So that is the good thing, because before now it was so stringent that you have to be here 20 years. Although it was in the rules, say, Hanum less than 20, that will show, say, you have severed all ties with the country that you'll be removed to now. They will consider you, but now, no, say, scenarios, examples of things, so to me sure, they will consider those who have been here less than 20 years. So this person I'm talking about, the application no koi. Now dear Bakone said, Ansana all free Ghana Bahano, or South Africa for a very long time. Into the adult life for now, Yana Home Office for what say. If your adult life has been in Ghana all out, it will be so easy for you to go back and integrate. Yet Michel said, was spending most of his life in South Africa before going to Ghana and coming here. And therefore, they cannot say, or private life for Ghana, a very easy for his integration. Because the passport of the travel to South Africa, we had the evidence to show this. Prophet, application is successful. That is the bottom line. Now, this person, so you had to almost 1 year, so that is 18 years now. So, young father said, yeah, application is successful for somebody who had been here 18 years. That is what I want a T4 to take notice of. Say, if your situation is so dire, and then maybe pressure be also, Home Office for threaten say, we can look at your, personal circumstances, and you'll be a bit my application, only 20 years, and you'll be. Now, Home Office for my examples, almost say, so what has say. Na ebia wo partner, that is number one. Wo emofra omonye qualifying children. Now I mentioned last 2 weeks when I was here, Prophet, that your application ma yenu bia it was pure human rights. And only my name colleague Madam Majua and what we did was ne bano ewo 2.5 years leave to remain. Ne bano maameno ewo 2.5 years leave to remain. Or ne partner ne enkra ne neti be me ti ne baby. Prophet, under the immigration rules, no papa omit requirement because number one, ne bano enye qualifying child under the definition of 117D of the 2002 Immigration Act. Number two, abafrane maameno enye settled under the immigration rules for this man to claim direct access to the child. There's a omit under the immigration rules, but we know that in immigration, there is immigration rules and human rights. Papa no application was on the pretext that, and I'm the role or play on a ban life and say, or those who are never friend or co school or the co school or to me crack GP nibi or come a many or share my many manner or mere British and so come home sometimes or domin AP. This is human rights, yeah, the man. But no, I had them for 4 years. 4 years. So you can see that based on your personal circumstances and you just approach a lawyer. Now more. You can give it a try. There's no worry about that. Normally, I always do these applications by applying for a fee waiver because I know it's so expensive. There's no way I would ask you to go and pay Home Office fees, knowing that what you're going to do is not really, you don't meet the immigration rules, but you meet human rights assessment, Prophet, as we say all the time, is a very, very subjective assessment. So you cannot be sure whether you will succeed. But you say, so court sometimes you refuse to application in court. A court can grant the permission based purely on human rights. So you see the judge making the final findings to say, I have assessed, your claim. You don't meet the immigration rules, for example. But under human rights, it will be too harsh for this application to be refused. And it's all sure, your application is all meeting immigration rules. That's not the end. As I've demonstrated with this applicant, omitted the immigration rules set out under the 276 ADE, but we put in things to demonstrate that it will be harsh, it will be too much for him to be asked to go back to Ghana because of the ultimate integrity. And the other topic, Prophet Ninyan say bibi or life from say be a wahanum for a long time, but not up to 20 years. Ebi oba hanana or krata and sana ewu. For me, family life of people, you cannot claim as being qualifying children. Legally, the role you play in the society. The main one thing is also significant obstacles from you going back to your home country. That is, let's say, one example maybe for the last and so you know baby a man or no so yes lesbian so gay couple ontimi nye application ni wa ha but okọ Ghana nso a yenim how Ghana treat sa enkrofo no so we demonstrated that because of ne sexual orientation into no it would affect her if she was to go back to Ghana. So Shema, Home Office for new private life rules, as center on if we have to give you humanitarian protection, but you don't qualify, you can put in an application by using FLRFP under the private life. That is the secret. Now, sometimes humanitarian protection is quite close to claiming asylum. So mo amobaha ibo mo friend mo say lawyer me claim asylum. Me patcho say we reason now o person we claim asylum no if it's very very good to be proven with evidence. Asylum threshold very high because they will always say that maybe you can go back to another safe area of the country or whatever. You can rather put in a human rights application by setting out the humanitarian protection argument in it so that the threshold is a bit lower, although significant, but it's compelling to the point that Home Office will consider based on their guidelines now, it will be hard for you to go because maybe you are gay, and then where you go, they will see you as somebody who is, an outcast or something like that. The treatment, you have to prove that. Now, if because of Ghana, you need country profile, say, you better, reject it or be gay, but you have something that you're compelling, a lower threshold under the private life to succeed. That is what we are saying, that you can rather use some reasons it may not meet humanitarian protection, but you can use those arguments to do a private life application, which would hopefully or may succeed. So that is something I may say yes and so say. So what we Krum Hanum now the 20 years as required by the law. Na bibi wa life ma exceptional. Whatever it is, just approach a lawyer. We may be able to assess your special personal circumstances to know whether we can go forward. We will make sure, please, sa application we man ko trust one obey because omo open door kakra to recognize people who have been here longer but not up to 20. Na momo auto ho ko na uni basis ni year na for mo be disturbable because you refuse to back to kokro because a human rights application. If you don't meet the requirement, they will ask you to go. This is not EU application where you can find under windows. In Bachomo mentioned to say, this is what the new private life rules are. That although you have not been here for 20 years, if there are significant obstacles that prevent you from going back to your home country, or there are exceptional, compassionate things in your life, removing you will be so harsh. They will consider you as they did with this applicant that we have been successful with. Me patcho the last one here, mo mama mawo muni krata na mo mano enyendi 7 years no. This new private life rules open a bit better doors for you. My sister be minim so otie me. Ye an application or ma omo ND 7 years over hanum. Home Office refused the application. We are so challenging that in court. Now we will use this argument, the new guidance note, to support her claim. Now, when you go to court, it's a better challenge. Normally, these applications are finally decided in court because most Home Office will say this and then they will decide that. But Oko Court, you make reference to what they have said and then hopefully it will be in your favor. And mo amomano enyen di 7 years wahano. Say that is if kohun lawyer, we can put in an application, although the children are not yet 7. Your case 80, assist in Krakow school. Na oma form omu life nyina waha, na it will be harsh for the children to be sent back. Then omu mame and omu papa for so would have to be granted as well. We can pack all these supports, case work to make it work for you if you can't wait for the 7 years to pass. Prophet, nti maminja na hanom na yenhwe se atifo question bi omode be maye.
Yo, lawyer, ye dawasi, say yenyam wi line ye kura no amanfo ahya ase efre. Nti yenkotie amanfo nsema Omode ba na yem fan flo me pa cho me ma wachi e ma wakwa baba dwumadi so. Yo ohene ya jo so lawyer 8 you. Lawyer me pa cho o ti nka.
But there be profits.
Yo o say o the application ko tuma etiki sen ansa na wati omonka. Ena number 2 ofri Ghana ba me boa. O the okay. O the EE application akotuma o the obi free Ghana ba. Etiki sen ansa na ati omonka. Ena number 2 say ye refuse a send the baby answer na wakoya appeal na meboa. Yeah. The baby saying answer na watimi akoya appeal.
So mpacho say you refuse application na the free outside there bana 28 days. And it's also the date of refusal na say first na say you have 28 days to appeal against that decision. So many pa ho na say pa ho na reasons in your fault e bia o mo make a decision the date na what letter na so say first. But omo the letter ne bro e bia 20th you can omo appeal na I F56 ebe mount a column I say apply for extension of time to appeal. No my reason is and I'm say bia omo me second decision later into na appeal no late. But 28 days that is for the second at the moment, Prophet said the Home Office say omuni service standards to consider applications. So they've left it that's like that. But immigration rules in the NK say almost service standard in 6 months to consider applications for leave to enter. So we EU family permit application. Although say the good old days in Nanka 2 weeks, 1 week, no more make a decision. That was brilliant, but it's no longer there. It's a measure for 6 months. But say no, say the Home Office may aware no, almost say due to the unprecedented things going on no. So 6 months service standard no crown almost year free hodom. And my brother benchmarking is 6 months. Say pa ho which must start aye complaints and to challenge. But look for 6 months. Say minua be maybe na or say na lawyer. Is it professional to refuse to answer calls or messages from your clients? No, it's not. It depends. Maybe sometimes there are pressures and unprecedented demand which would maybe make the lawyer not respond. Yeah, na make us say we need a bit outsider. And I'm sorry, your client and you always have, the privilege of booking appointment and seeing your lawyer if say be a offering na wunya na. Minim say me say be a corporate of that. Ebi po na minim say me nua be me. Me na or direct this to. What I would say is no, it's not. But as lawyers, we try as much as possible to make sure we respond to all calls, messages, and everything else, except the fact that sometimes we are not be a calling time, had met something. Maybe it's a CVP hearings online. Most of the time, maybe we are near hearings and answer consultation. It's not professional when we be to any man or for phone call. Until be a basa. Meaning already, you better apologize on all lawyers. Yeah, no, I try. Sometimes you can email and then you can also call the office line where say lawyer na uhia no krampo na obinya na obi nso betimi no wakasa. But so uhia na they will give a message for the lawyer. So that is for that one. Lawyer. Profits.
Na lawyer or just obetimi a new application.
Say you refuse to the
you refuse as a family member, if you Ghana airban, to me a new application.
So, some time ago, we did what to do when your application has been refused. So, Prophet, you refuse your application and you have about 3 or 4 options available to you to choose from. So, number 1, not to do anything and let it go, which is not something that you would do. Number 2, depending on the reason for refusal, for example, your family permit be join it, mame, and answer or partner. Home Office force one for marriage certificate, but what they can na Prophet o man scan sa TLS contact center for no. It is yes one for marriage certificate into a refuse marriage certificate no so maybe instead of appealing against this decision, because of saying him say na appeal no longer. That is the olden days nanka appeal longer. Name mono Home Office consideration there shorter. You can send the the marriage certificate with application and send it again. But as a lawyer, my advice has always been that the Home Office refuse you. Say be away application one for document be now was that document now. My first option for my client will be let's appeal. Now, Prophet, the reason why I will say our appeal may not sound, but that is a strategic point. And it's so ABI aware and it's one for marriage certificate. Prophet, so your new application, the law says that application will be assessed on its own merits. So they are not going to say that we assess this application. The only thing that was missing was the marriage certificate, and therefore once we've seen the marriage certificate, we will give it to you. No, they would assess it again. So I don't want any trouble with the Home Office for my client, whereby they will go and look at other things. For example, this time interview. No, because of Semenya Omo on a very, very tiny point to challenge, I would prefer to lodge an appeal. This appeal, mostly the review team, because all lodge appeal, Omo team so Omo review say, do we have to even go to court and challenge this decision at all? Omo no beshe say, o lodge appeal no what is that missing document aka wo grounds of appeal no. Now so Omo reviewer na Omo document na almost 90%. Omo withdraw the refusal decision, which is very good. But so the application is akoma Omo bi na the document ne ka ho a sure na Omo akoye new assessment asa akofa bibi foforo akọ refusal application na it will be hard to rebut. And I will say to my brother so bit my application foforo no will depend on the reasons for refusal. Say idea bad say bia moko interview that mo fail you have to appeal. I won't say do application. If you do application, they will just copy and paste the old refusal and give it back to you. That's they will reject it again. So with this question, I will say that depending on the reasons why the application was refused, will determine whether you can do a new application or appeal. But mostly, if it's a missing document, you may be able to apply again, but bear in mind that will be reassessed, and I don't want that. And normally, I would ask people to appeal against refusal decisions. Perfect.
All right. Yadawasi. Lawyer, Yadawasi. And then in Semun, Emu Ayadin, Emu Ayaham. If I chop Memawachi, Emu Aquaba, Eba Jumadizo.
So, Prophet, can we use a different telephone number as we can hear the callers?
At the moment, Onipa Ikra, my friend, on one try answer. Mepacho, Nipa, Aja, Mepacho, try answer. Who am I found to try answer because Obi at tablet and also object. My man and Casambi. Mepacho, Memawachio. Morning, sir. Onyame Adom. Mebacho menti won kan yi pija woni kakra ma me. Ufri Italy and abakrum ha. We are EU member, okay. Lawyer, won't you nka
It's quiet.
Well, okay. Mebacho, Messi so I'm a lawyer. Who say we are EU member. Na ufi Italy na backroom ha. Oba yebeye 1 week ni ana. Oba yache, we are Juma, okay. What the application to move for them? What the application to move for them? What the application to move for marriage dependent? Okay, you are depending on your wife. And also certificate in Wonsaka. Wonsaka certificate in Inti, who be a lawyer say, ube to me, ube so call Italy for holidays. Na ube to me acquire na. Okay. Lawyer, of Italy na aba. Na wabetina mu wadi awade atumu na kyerɛ certificate ni ne nsaka na te sɛ ya no pɛ so wɔ holiday ɛwɔ Italy na obisa sɛ obetumi akɔ holidays no ɛwɔ Italy aba bibia nsi bibia yɛbɔkɔ.
Prophet, so your application inside the UK position no and say won't travel, you have to be here until say application has been decided. So sure, as my can your immigration rules. The only time ya na utimi call abonting and you know uko baby whilst our application pending here. And first why your naturalization application. Now, Prophet, so who indefinite leave? Now we naturalization application. Omo nje passport to ho ana bibisa. So you just go and do your fingerprint, no submit the document. Remember, say nationality application and your immigration application. So nationality law is not immigration law. It's we no na ukwa you can, but obia oye I think say obia sanko nipa okase ebia no sojourn or whatever or Italy na ebia or buy into all going to Italy no will not be a problem. Ebia or visa or the passport no betimi because we Ghana we already EU national and we have no person go back to ebia Italy for holidays. But why any EU SS application? Yes, we EU application wait to get a decision before you travel. Now say oko back Italy na oba visa bena wode ba berum ebia minim de say oba no oje family permit no ebia wode berum no enwu inti na all kase nko bekọ a me pacho the advice is legal advice and say wo application pending under the immigration rules na men to kwan tina ha say kopim say omo be make a decision ansa na prophet what to kwan.
Yo, lawyer, any of my member we Emma Yenua Bemano and Sana, my family and Uginasono. About your Yenua Bemano over to me after Sunny a lawyer a kind of fret 0208 493 7340 0208 493 7340. And answer for lawyer Richard direct, we a direct contact. 079 6020 1500 079 6020 1500 na one lawyer Richard atumi adi nkomo me pacho me ma wachi ema wakwaba ohene ya joso Mr. Ajapon, I can say Mr. Richard, also be who Mr. Ajapon.
Oh yes, Mr. Japan. Okay, a very lovely see a better name. Prophet, it's not coming. It's not coming through.
One thing in Kakro. Okay. Me pacho.
are the bemana.
A Japan. Mommy, 1 minute. Mr. Japan, mommy, 1 minute. Mommy, 1 minute. Jinasu, mommy, 1 minute. Why? Mommy, 1 minute. Mr. Japan, me pacho piki me call no. I piki me call no. Aha. Me pacho. Lawyer, I'll tell you.
Adai, I think it's
Mr.
very faint.
Yeah, Mr. Japan, Kasa.
BWF Eunice na lawyer Richard application amame na nenye easy nanso no lawyer Richard ochiri bia no ne yen pepepe ntiri ni gina fidie so na tumi nyano mo fo se uko lawyer ho na lawyer na odi wasem akoma no se oyi bibi ama no ka so Eunice abomodi na yen pepepe because the lawyer trained me, I'm here now, a community abreast ama na tumi enya masetra nti that a radius lawyer na me fa no so na we tumi aboa me ama me tumi enya masetra nti me da BWF Solicitors for Eunice na me ya me bisa me question back on
Fa o question back obra wo mra odi adansi bia bai.
The question back on say me na baby or no when na fitra wo kroma ba or worry you family member and I say when you indifferent but also or person or call Ghana but our old card in it na oni say all the call Ghana July and the oni say card na obi to the acquire so generate share code and after then oh yeah because on person be or call na be or ban will be no problem but why the certificate why an application and a certificate
Okay, so thank you very much.
Lawyer, me pacho. So what in nka?
Pastor, Prophet, thank you, sir. Oh yeah, that genius connection.
Lawyer, fine.
That was very good. Thank you, Prophet. Mr. Japan, first of all, thank you very much. Sir Wabana, Wabe share your experience with us. We are very, very grateful. I remember. Mr. Japan, a model client. Assembly a Prophet Obekasa Onye, Adiba Obekasa Onye Bia, he will do. I mean, I can't explain how the whole process went, but he was just an amazing client. Yes, so yeah, that was say the car say ye bia no Mr. Japan also yeah na yetimenya a very successful outcome. Ade kakra America ato the yebra e kan ni say ono ne de ne nso aware EU aware na ye free interview. Bibia no say free interview and we are very anxious about what the possibilities may be. He was resolute or dear or nene no bibia they go through so I would say bra interview I said that bibia make that is not the end of the story because eboa say omo ye interview no mo de krata mawa eboa ma even say wo tukra na wo bakra na is easy because they've already assessed and examined you so yeah na ma strengthen the base of your claim, that if they have interviewed you and granted that is brilliant than even not. Interview seminar ya na ebe mu no mepacho ya mam when you worried. Interview no kwa so no yere na kono ankasa kra no you've passed the interview almost 70%. They can e kakra bi. So thank you very much Mr. Japan for this sharing the experience with us. Now in relation to yenwe why application na omunya make a decision under EUSS. Na owo the old card I don't know what said I check because next be our intem. But I'm say why application no na owo ne old card no. Say obetimi etukwan owo asetena why. So the law says you've done it or you have been granted. So why application no? And I said you are granted. So if you have submitted application under the EU settlement scheme, now we valid old regulation 2016 card no it's just say asetena obetimi etukwan na wako na wasai aba. So one year a problem and the because remember na deadline no 30th of June and 1 year it will be a problem. But why application no na certificate no what just say application is valid. Now old card na obetimi akọ na waba any problem be prophet.
Yeah, Mr. Japan.
Because old
Mr. Japan say omo granting application why no and I'm say the card no old one omo granting so now omo man card bia because already no our card so beka ya transition no na ye ka say mo old regulation 2016 cars ni nyina no so we new EUSS application na successful crown power card ni de validate the card no because of why your application so they won't change the card for you. Changing the card is your decision. It is per se unya new EUSS card na while bet my replacement card application. No more new card into one on the day no he or she doesn't need any new card, but our advice strongly say omo decide application ni year na ye successful on your application no man a new card no, okay, so it won't be automatic say successful man a new card. They only give you a card if you don't have a card to start with. Say be now first no now omotimi de wo residence card and a bow passport sim. Sankofone de say omo new EUSS no na successful. They will give you a new card because now we need it to start with. But so will be already there. Na successful omo mount card just a while application for the card. But say successful you don't have to do a new card application. You can use the old one. It's up to you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, lawyer and prophet.
Yeah, so that was it. Papa, onyame enshira. Eno na lawyer twa nsem ni nyina gu ama ye pepepe. Yenkofa yenwe wo we no so emra. Yenkofa yenwe emra na yenhwese yene lawyer bitumi didi nkoma. Sani amaka no na monfa nche ye minim ye lines no was send me nkrofo bi kokot wo ho me call Ghana by ye ase o ma ye me lines no basa enti me de o me kokot lawyer me prepare documents no e bo anu a me de beba why me prepare documents me nkrofo bi din na me de aguso na me de aba mini ana o tablet no so me fa phone no. Yes, madam, me pacho apom to say. Yeah, that Yehovah see. Me pacho lawyer 8 you.
British. Okay, Oma money in that rate. But recently, I'm a naturalization more. Now, the thing is, the dominant seven automatically nominal passport, and I say you go through naturalization.
Lawyer, or say, Oka say akwalanya 7 years. Utimi enya asetena. Enti ubisa se si wonya 7 years. E was so naturalization man and sana when a British book. And I say without the naturalization, you know, automatic utuminya British book. Na wo ne babi ansana onya ono ne British book. Enti owo ye no antimi anya British book no ama akola no. Ba sese ya momu no waye naturalization no. Enti ubisa se ni 7 years akola no. Di oye naturalization and now say one thing was a British book no angel the beba mana beto mana.
I'm saying Prophet Mana stop raining for a long time.
I see.
Yes. So my dear sister, me pacho first of all no. So yen can say wo akra na odi 7 automatically e be man bi krata na bibisa there be. Yes say sakra ye wono hana obi ani krata obey application amano na ya mano 2.5 years leave to remain. But I said the home office for say so basana ye more indefinite. You have to do the application but so bibi ani ho say by default na ama obi bibi you also we application. Enti na enye but my British citizenship ka asema ye can we immigration asem say ye ma wasetena indefinite leave under immigration rules say ye ma asetena but indefinite and no fa becoming British ho me pacho becoming British there say wo abofra no krom ha na parents no monye settled so bia mo ni indefinite na monye British citizen akra no onye British I just will register no wa wo sa ko tueska ye application man na wa be British citizen so we register abofra my dear sister so obai so we register no so they can be also naturalizing and name penny for by emofra na registration so we register na name man certificate na wasa ye passport application na man na passport so passport na enye utukwan na ohia passport so we register akra na man British citizenship registration certificate na or a British citizen but so person onye passport man one also your application na onye passport man say abofra wo de se bia mfansa fe na wabenya wo British citizenship na wo ba na wadi 7 years wo ha na untimi nkoye application mano direct say bia onye British citizen ye was section 31 of the 1981 act na discretion say sakra emame anane papa British utimi ka say discretionary omon consider no na omo British that application is there but you need automatic say the o can say wabe British no into no obana wa wono na wadi 7 so ye be mani bia na da bi wona wo say wo ye application na omo consider say discretionary no omo de be mana na because ye nyina ye nim say say ye wo abofra e wo krom hanom na ye wo no na onye British ne maame ana ne papa nye British citizen say na wa ba benya no enam say awo no ha no so wadi 1 year so wadi 2 years so wadi 3 years so what about British citizen and no one say one why be your application will register as British so you don't go under the immigration rules for any 2.5 or anything yeah wo no ha wo ma me no be British and when you indefinite leave mpacho and one say why your application to register the child as British that is all that your sister I will say oh yeah prophet
Mami what in your lawyer can hello hello yo asen ka wo kontinka me ka sa wo kontinka me yiwa firi so ya fa mi fa foforo de only when I confused enye hwe fra lawyer wa chiri lawyer de o ye confused kro wo confusion aduro for the be ma o be prescribe lawyer na na pokunu be fro road ani na na pokuo mbe fro why
Yo,
ne line no twitwi no mu ba onyame bɛboa yɛ yɛnkɔfa ha nso mmra ne yɛhwɛ sɛ lɔya bɛte yɛ nka sisi deɛ adwuma no kora yɛyɛ de aba wieɛ pepa akyɛw mema wakyi ɛma wakɔ aba ɔhene wopagya wo ne kakra nka m'ani bɛgye ho wae ɛmɔ mehwɛ sɛnea lɔya abue n'ani a ɔde hwɛ me na ɔsɛ hɛ prophet wanya mama nte wo nka mante akwa no nka I will put you lawyer put you ni ɔde ba na kyerɛ sɛ nsɛm nko a masa gyina me ba na me fa ma lawyer wa ha video ma lawyer wa ha quick na ya hwɛ okay, I'm out. Hey, Charles Addison. About your
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for
Papa Charles.
388.
Papa Charles, Pato Sona Piki, Piki number ya me different. And I hope I saw woman number into waiting me after the phone also.
402-199. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash.
Mr. Charles, so would ya Fresi me line also why? Mr. Charles, oh, me no man into Fresi me line also.
So you know about mame ya ejewa our Facebook na obisa say so she's trying, okay, so she's asking for a friend. The question is, if you put in naturalization application, can you also sponsor your partner from Ghana at the same time? Mame, yes, because Obia will put in naturalization application there, not just say, oh, indefinite leave. And I'm so indefinite, you are a settled person, and because of that, me application or spouse to come. You don't have to be British to apply for your spouse to come. Also, a settled person, that is what indefinite leave. Mame me application whilst naturalization or pending. Yeah, now the good thing is so we application my spouse now or your British. So we in a 5 years residence requirement now, and I'm so we're British into we are indefinite. They change out to me naturalization, but so when you're British, I also will change 1 year and so naturalization. So that's the only difference. But in this case, we are settled in the obey my application. Prophet, thank you.
Yo, Aja Kasa lawyer 8 you.
British, sorry, I'm British name, but you British or more Ghana. But on Kolan, Papa, no, business, which near my banana, and a fine personal job.
The man in a British.
And Colano Ghana.
In Colano Ghana. But Papa ni ho Papa na free.
Papa na tiasi, but only ni
Nti maame ne pese odi nkola ne free Ghana aba. Nti obisa lawyer say nkola ne ye British no obetumi di o ma ba complication bia emma na. Okay. Na ono no wa ha na so o Ghana. Okay. Ba ono no ni asetina bia. Okay. Lawyer, what are
I'm a who opposite. So a situation whereby what is Nationality Act in 81 you see say section 2 say you abofra wo Ghana na yewo no na one parent British citizen abofra no be British citizen automatically nti we ne ye bia papa or British na wone obi awo wo Ghana na because of so British citizen nti no abofra no British but omo ne omo maame no na wo Ghana but papa no maybe and also oje citizenship in ma no but on play role be our life. So the question is whether maame na wo Ghana na one mofa no ho na nkra na British no obetimi no maba kroma say aba betena ha ana. So the answer depends on the situation because so nima you say your router you can join your children who are British citizen here if you can meet all the requirements to say obia ni ho a ohwe won e wo kroma say na wo ba bejon enkra no wo Ghana say nti maame na ono no wo Ghana na wo ba enkra no omo nko school ha omo ntia they don't have any life in the UK at the moment ono no oni visa so your application say or ba ombe join obi but she is traveling with them now normally what we want is some rofano edikan ba ha onye ni say just strategy so rofano British so they can come here at any time a friend or a sister or whoever, somebody is here. I'm a friend baha on register school BBR, but omu need parents. Na ma amene an application say oba be join ne ma o British citizens e wo kroma say oba obenya obi a obe maintaining for the time being no we evidence that say wono enni ha enkra no ntimi continue entena ha say that will be the best way obetimi aye na oba ha say so your application say bia visitors visit they know what you want to do. So you may not be a genuine visitor to come with them as on a visitor route. But menka so untwantro. Obetimi minim the circumstances so you're well to do. Obetimi your application say be one ne man no omo British so ono na eje visa no ne man ba omo de ne man ba omo krom. Say one nkra no e wo krom hanom na maame no visitor visa so a say the visitor visa no ewu a obetimi your application under the normal EX1 no to rely on Mofrano to be here. That is if she is here with them already. So be a visit visa no aba. But so we apply for settlement from Ghana no. And I'm saying any establishment EBA or UK Hana it will be difficult to meet the requirements. Say omunya will be obesha one. Into no oma Mofrano mraha na omo start omo life no ha na omo application say oba behwe ne mana omo ha already because we be any ho obesha omo profit.
Saudi nanka abaho nti se nanka nkwala no papa firi mo ye difre ba maame no ono no oni bibia e kire se nkwala no okurum ha ene wo ba nti se nya lawyer e ka no once nkwala no eni kurum ha de da no maame no doesn't have ground unless say obema nkwala na ba se nya lawyer kai so man nkwala no bi kan ba na afi oya application say nkwala no omo wa ha wonya obi nhwe wo mo enti wo say oba no obehwe ne mba na eno no akotiki another side ni ameka no wadi say sanya lawyer kan no sa na me kan no dia ene wo say ultimate ase wadi ase ana senye sa ma me no kogi visitors visa na one nkwala no aba ene odi omo ba omukuru omo beduru ha wie no ma me ni visa no wu a wo ba gina nkwala no so no e dia ye visa member of British passport and omo ye British enti omo ma me na ye na 2.5 a ni ye dia bro na we 10 years ano kwa kwaji ni aka ana lawyer yes sir
Patrosa because you can't do as umbrella application from outside the UK so if or Jane so yeah
that's it yo na mente wonka o Mr. Edison mente wonka Mati, you program na ebe kasa. Why? Yo, bad. Hey, pepa cho, obi eni abro gusuka hello. Pepa cho line no eye ndidi so ye bunu tot. Enti pepa cho di na so mame. Nyasa minu ye owo so no. Obebro ono owo so ansa na wo ba. O so nti di na so. Ene wa wo di na so na me se wo no be last. Now no me ye late, nti na me ye later. Anja ma sort of obey him. All I can say for we let vampire. Mepacho, what tablet in the you have free tablet in the so do me about my phone, so why? What tablet in the so you have free tablet in the so do about my phone, so. And teacher no so mommy. Hello. Mepacho, aja, enyo, ubi our tablet in the so no.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, madam. Morning, no, number two, phone is lawyer out in and
Okay, yeah.
Yo, any kasa lawyer 8 you. Mebacho online no breaki yente wonka enti me frɛw fa odia no to so na piki me call fa odia no to so na piki me call ene technician e be kunto kwa kesi pa wama me time no ye abiti me ni aba ne dia to so no phone na ring ene asema ba lawyer ese mi onkrofo bebre wa me de o me court omo ami ni o me ye adwuma ofie anyina me de o me court ena me di fo nso be court yo ene emra me twa mi nua ba no ma me ma atiefo asonte se eye BWF Solicitors ena ye ni omo twetwe nkomo lawyer mi nua ba no piki pa me de be ma wa ugina me computer no so me pato gina so me de obema lawyer na lawyer no adi nkomo me pato shano so mami BWF Solicitors ya share ye babi a obehu ye obetumi abuku appointment aba na mi abedi nkomo obetua contract anu pipu lawyer say kura no ya putu another platform say enipa no wa mbakura otini ni ya kasa of phone so no wa upload ni document no e di aba ni ya hwem ni ya submit e di aba no say
Prophet, don't say from COVID time and into now, so yeah, adapt the way we do our work.
Yeah,
remote more. Into no one say didn't come over phone so consultation. You Zoom consultation. We are near more link email design. Now I send it or documents in na bibia. So yes, everything can be done remotely. You don't even have to come to the office face to face.
Eno na me pese wisisu ama me ndi se me tirimu aya me dedede enti lawyer say address no eye 4th floor of Anna House 4th floor Anna House eye 214 to 218 High Road 7 Sisters London N154NP ninu aba no efre afina emi se nani abere ma me pa cho me ma wa chin ma wa kwa ba o Debbie went nyina so na lawyer o support kotoko na house
Prophet, this is random. Prophet me okay. Only that the Great Olympics. I'm an old timer.
O dia men kanu ha. So person lawyer who say o support house ana kotoko me pa cho fa lawyer address no. O ka u bisa ni we no ma answer. Now the we say ma be ko ye no atwaso. 4th floor Anna House 214 to 218 High Road 7 Sisters London N154NP. Your office telephone number 0208 493 7340. Uncle Ben number 077 127 61884 077 127 61884. Ohima Bakupe Mami Eunice lawyer Ahumfe Brudia. The number 075 35 81 3910 075 35 81 3910. Mami Eunice number no. Any fa lawyer Richard number it was where 079 6020 1500. Mami me pa cho me ma wachi ma wakwaba. Me pa cho ai me diwa basu. Kasa lawyer 80.
Any another employee only sponsorship license, which might 20 hours. Because we do more than we talk over 20 hours. But I only need sponsorship license. And I'm touching facility.
Lawyer or still worker leave to remain. Na employer na oni ye adwuma no. Won share da ma no hours bebree. Enti ase sika no enso no wanya bia beto afuna betua tight. Enti na obisa say obetini ne another company akoye adwuma obeye 20 hours wo mra omuni sponsorship license. Okay ana.
Prophet or Chrome has to say or leave to remain under the points based system. It's as long as ne sponsor na year adwuma no.
Yeah.
That would keep her in so meeting requirements, you know. So baby be one channel, yes, obetimi. But the main job, you know, is with the sponsor. So only yes, and yes, wo kwakwa ye adwuma ma obi a woni licenses. No, the sponsor na no, she should be working for that sponsor. Say a small hours on year no, na nkipu no within ne visa na ye dia mano no. Na obetima ye bibi won chain. That is ono one and advice way and chain advice on because the oman license na sponsorship na waba no e wo se one no eye adwuma. So person wo sesa adwuma na obetimi akogye another sponsorship with another employer or license amana sponsor no. Na one na eye adwuma. That is if that employer is our license no or willing say obe geno dia obetimi ayesa switching no. But say the work can say new employer in any sponsorship license no person in koye adwuma no. What that means is that okoye adwuma honum as a maybe part-time or something like that. That shouldn't be her main employer because ayesa na say ne requirement no when the so you betimi I cancel ne visa na ekura no as an a worker. Until one the employer now was sponsored and enye adwuma. Na on the side no what means why you be ama obi. But sadly all on the side and it shouldn't be her main employer. Prophet.
Mami, so what you say?
Say that again.
Lawyer, na oka say I was say utiminya 25,000 a year. Na obisa say adwuma ni mienu no sika no e na also odi bom na eduru sa 25,000 and na say ebro so kra anya hwe say na mdodo nse nkwa.
No, so the visa no want to say man 1 year or say man 2 years so bibi o ye bia na ye na employer no sponsor no enko ade na ode be meet. So or ye renewal whatever she's doing. Adwuma na okoye no on the side no will not add to her to meet the requirements na or also no. Enti menim sika yesi se o employer sponsor wa also tia waka so one wave bibia and one kwankwa I was say 25,000 or 24,000. So ontimi emiti circumstances do change because of course ebia na adwuma akofom. Enti enya hwe so otua less because now you need that to apply and when you work visa na na ode aba na wo ye adwuma. So oni adwuma it's fine, it's acceptable say adwuma akofom ti we less hours. That doesn't mean say you beje o visa na free some you keep your visa a do time na say also renew na say ontimi nya sa sika na entua then you have to look for another employer to sponsor you because then you will meet the requirement. But so already you are in it. You have your visa. Let's say you have 1 year and I waba and I would year my employer and I be 2-3 months. But if you work on I was in a conformity until they also no. That doesn't mean that visa no be invalid. You are still there because of your job. Anything can happen. So but say and let's say you also renewal. Now you cannot meet employer need to be in Chelsea kana meet requirement no for the points say you a certain amount of 20 points and so then you should know earlier and switch to another employer obey me and meet this requirement my sister
lawyer me pacho yensua bibi wa ha na MBA obi adwene mu sane me nua bai kan say ne employer no on person obi gyae no enti okope adwuma foforo e na odi asoso enti ono entimi improve say okay,
no. That second employer cannot, because you're not a sponsor. No. So that income is on the side income,
Okay. And was said income now, home office expecting
a sponsored employer. No.
Okay, all right. Mommy, wait there, my visa was mama. So me da sinya me nshira. Lawyer no man na ebu ami na lawyer me ya nkakra.
Prophet.
So now no different me obisa me say prophet na we law firm no e wo hin e na me ka kire so me law firm no de e dosun but say pa de ba bia me ya adwuma mi nya nhye dan de aketu e ba buru 21 no so de e BWF Solicitors the whole e na me Obama ketu e nya buru 21 no so
probably we a partner of many firms.
Okay, we say I want to be our partner. They was me call me accounting. Na me hwa nya meti. Me ne be ka na me dia mo. BWF Solicitors. Ho na me wo. Lawyer, ma me fa me ne wagina so ache. Me pa na mrew. Na afi ye njao. Na ko na me sumi nya kwa nkwere madwuma. Me de ne brew sise ya.
That's right.
Minyana wagina me computer na so ache no. Kofa call we na yentu aso. Me pa cha o phone so ndi fato so na piki me fa fato so. E wa o computer na so me pa cha fato so me fra. Fato so na fa wa ha. Emo o di ato so aya de. Afi fa wa ha. Yeah, aja me pa cho me mawachi emo akwaba.
Good morning, Prophet.
Aja me joso.
Me pa cho me pese me bisa aja pa education kaka. Israel se me pese me ko Ghana. Na se me kucha ye se me KLM. Israel was said
But we here transit visa. Master, we here transit visa. We here transit visa. Me pa cho you. Nyesa uduru ha. Ungura kurungu ba ubesi asase no so ana meboa. La me pa cho eni amaninye. Me pa cho se ungura kurungu ba ubesi asase no so. Ubesi asase no so. Oh. Me pa cho okay you jina ho mami, jina ho. Me pa cho say what it. Hello. Yeah, say what you mean ga. Me ba cho. Say wo nwura kuro no mu ba, wo besi asase no so. Aha. Eh. Say Ghana no, wo besi asase no so, e no ananti asase no so akofu plane foforo. E na wo de akọ Ghana no, etu hia transit. Omo hia so be wura kuro no mu. Once a wo besi asase no so akofu plane foforo no de, wa nya transit a wato mra, wonni visa, ye ma won kro so. Ye be sa mo wasa ba wati. Wa iti koje transit no. Eno de ye wa sempa o. So we twa British with no akọ straight a. So we be cut cost, e na de akọji transit visa, e no akọfa KLM a. Eno de omo fa ho no wa sempa no ye wo decision. Ai. Me da si. We kra de na wo so de ba me office. Who call lawyer ho awakọ high duty. Lawyer ho ye high court. Lawyer me ba jo fa adwuma no bra wie ye ma ye na ye mpon wa ha. Time na bi ti me.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prophet. Yes, I mean, say, I tell for more fun, your phone lines, you're best sorting out. Hopefully next week, BBA okay. And you don't must say money, a journal be prim sabre. Dear Medibeja, you know, say, Prophet said, you start here, you know, say, what will Chrome Hanum for a long time, ultimately application, now your mama sitting under the human rights, now your friend private life, you know. Now, they make a you know, say, abofra ya wono krom ha de say odi 7 years na ne parents ni asetena utimi ya application man na onya asetena say wawo 2.5 mo aye de mo ba ha no so wanya 2.5 times 2 na wa ha no for 7 years inse say we renew on be ma 2.5 no home office for say obetimi abisa omo say omo ma indefinite leave omo betimi consider for indefinite leave to remain. Obia oye over 18 now oye below 24 now our hanum more than half of the age now over 2.5 already no nanka under normal circumstances obey renew no obey renewal no the same but obetime bisa for indefinite leave no my reason here or bisa for indefinite leave. For example, those people could say that ebia oko university so nya settle status yeah in general obenya student grant maintenance, you know, that is a good reason to ask for that. And you end up with penny over 25, no matter how for 20 years, you know, you know, say ultimate application. But the EC studio and pay was to do with Obia Wawa Hanum na over 25, now only 20 years, you know. You see, say BB, I find a very significant obstacle to integration, which means say and may prevent you or seriously inhibit you from integrating into the country of your return. No, utimi sure ebini say ebia oba hai wabasisa o sexual orientation. And to say we gay and now a lesbian and I say bia asembia si ukrom and to untimi enko back because of something that you know it wasn't there. So utimi sure sa niema na although say wunni Chrome Hanum 20 years, no bit my application na under private life and they consider on a amount, so 2.5 years leave to remain. I don't know, I can't want some near kind of say those applications are very complicated and therefore ube hun lawyer now I assessment, you know, no I say oh you'll be to meet some high threshold na. So although you have not been here for 20 years, you know, you can indeed apply for leave to remain depending on your peculiar circumstances as it stands. And on that, you did who and come out and pay into profits. And I'm say also connecting Yenjawa, ya de Yapa home bebre. Na Yamia Duma next week. You best sign Eddie Shamutia. Thank you very much for joining us. You have a very good week and weekend ahead. God bless you all.
Yeah, na ma say Shannon so nafa lawyer no address ne telephone number no na minjani free ha enko na de bi anhwe kura na mkura ma ntimi ambo me number because lawyer fa me tam ni na BWF Solicitors address na me de ma no 4th floor Anna House 4th floor Anna House 214 to 218 High Road 7 Sisters London N15 4NP. Me pa chow take postcode ni biem over postcode na information ya ye wo ma wa eye good ni say Tesco car park ho no wobetumi apake wo 90 minutes 90 minutes na wageni across the road na wabihunu lawyer no ententem yebebo mmodi 90 minutes no empa ho na se ne be ya onkunya ticket enti hye no so postcode no N15 4NP emergency numbers are yere so a wobetumi afre Uncle Ben number 077 127 61884 077 127 61844 and Mami Eunice number 075 35 81 3910 075 35 813910 and a net lawyer what did you do no braye we nunu nkwan etiti nkwan na se lawyer Richard na ene obua Australia na body say white no na mu abie na kire say information nkwan na approve sa bidibidibidi the number 07960 20 1500 ono zero no die de chen kwa 079 60201500 atiefo ha ani adi dwumade ni nyina ebisi Rainbow Radio yesi adamase mo amaba Facebook no so e pa cho wo kwa no ahye na anumunyam abam nyame enhyira nyame adoma na Yesu maya dasenne wa hunu mini lawyer Richard a wo hunu mini lawyer Eunice nyame enka ho bye bye
Ye fema ye wo London ya ji abasobodie bebre ne ya redare ewo mransemu eye legal services BTC family law matrimonial law immigration dispute resolution Ghanaian customary any family law wo BWF die yen solicitors e de nigie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra yen partner penimpa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years BWF Solicitors kura wo ho inti se ba na busuansem bi te se child care eya abofrahwe mu awaregya ye ho twema mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso ye child care any family team no nimnia wo famu ewe ne ye wo bremu enu ntine yeto ye mbo asema wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu yen senior partner obi a Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu na osanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje ewo family any matrimonial cases ho a unni haw kra wo pe advice ewo immigration sensem ho wo BWF Solicitors die ye immigration team no avedare ewo general immigration ho nsemsem kosi complex immigration work permit student visa ho totoye any entry clearance visas family visas ni appeals yen senior partner member na wasagina tum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel intisi ye taiwachi a wunni haw kra ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada anopa no nkrompa mu ekosi enumre no nsia 9:30 am kosi 6 pm na memene danso appointment nko free anopa no ndu ekosi ewia no 9 10 am kosi 4 pm Your fourth floor, Ewo Anna House, 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 Seven Sisters Underground on Swa, Eye Quantia B. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu, san ye barrister ya Jina Tumu, na oye Ghana Bar Association member, and the was Saint Jina Sembranim for Ewo court cases ya, a Ghana law. We're advising local authorities. Official Solicitors Office, ni solicitors be bree, efa Ghanaian law hunye. Na osan yo bia or tai kasa ewo radio, any TV so for Ghanaian law.